motorcycles can be a great alternative to cars for young adults. Not only does their lower fuel consumption make them a more affordable option, but if you opt for a moped, you can get out on the open road at just 16. However, obtaining reasonably priced motorbike insurance for young riders can be tricky. Younger riders attract much higher insurance premiums than those with more experience because, statistically, they are more likely to be involved in accidents and, therefore, make a claim. Now I gonna show you my new video on motorcycle insurance for 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old in USA.
Restrictions for young riders.
The first step to riding a motorcycle is to obtain a provisional license, and depending on what type of motorcycle you are going for, there are two different types. For mopeds, this is called a provisional Category P entitlement and allows you to ride a moped with an engine size of 50 cc. At 17, you can apply for a provisional Category A license which will entitle you to ride a motorcycle with an engine size of up to 125 cc. Once you have received your license, you can only start riding after you have completed your compulsory basic training which will validate your license for 2 years. You must, however, display L plates on your bike or D plates if you live in Wales. The next step is to take your practical test, and it is important to note that there are two categories of full motorcycle license. An L license refers to a light motorcycle license which limits riders to any bike with an engine size of up to 125 cc and a power output of 11 kilowatts. A Category A license, on the other hand, will be acquired if the practical test is taken on a bike of over 120 cc but not more than 125 cc and capable of at least 100 km per hour. After passing the practical test, you will be limited for 2 years to riding a bike of up to 25 kilowatts and a power-weight ratio not exceeding 0.16 kilowatts per kilogram. Once this period ends, you may ride any size of bike. However, if you are 21, you have other options. After taking the CBT and theory test, you can take your practical test on a motorbike with a power output of at least 35 kilowatts. If you pass, you can then ride any size of bike. And if your 21st birthday takes place within the 2-year period that you're limited to a 25 kilowatts bike, but are itching to get out on a larger machine, you'll need to take a test on a motorcycle of at least 35 kilowatts.
Be safe on the road and get cheaper motorbike insurance for young riders.
By law, all motorcyclists must wear a safety helmet. There are particular regulations that it must comply with, so make sure you look into this before investing. It's best not to be tempted into buying a second-hand one, as often damage to the helmet won't be visible, which can be dangerous. It's also important to make sure you wear the correct clothing, not just because it will shield you from harsh weather conditions and allow other drivers to see you, but it can also protect you from injury. Goggles will also help protect your eyes. Make sure these are kept clean at all times so you have an unobstructed view of the road ahead. Remember that any claims you make will negate any years of no claims bonus you have accumulated in the majority of cases, which can have a devastating impact on the cost of motorbike insurance for young riders. It therefore pays to make sure you are as safe on the road as possible.
Find cheap motorbike insurance for young riders.
Because young riders do fall into a high-risk bracket where insurance is concerned, getting cheap motorbike insurance for young riders can seem to be an impossible. But don't despair. While you can't change your age, there are a number of things you can do to make sure you get the cheapest quotes possible. Shopping around online to compare motorbike insurance for young riders makes it more likely that you will find the cheapest deals available. Comparing a variety of prices and policies on Money Supermarket's dedicated motorbike insurance channel could help you to find the best deal for your circumstances. Most insurance companies will look favorably on young riders if you've taken the decision to do an enhanced rider scheme. Once completed, you'll be issued with a DSA certificate of competence. Not only will you benefit by becoming a more experienced rider, your bank balance will be healthier too. Building up and protecting a no-claims bonus is another way to bring your premium down in future years. Therefore, riding carefully now will pay off in the future. Going to every length to keep your wheels protected will have an impact on the price of motorbike insurance for young riders. So store it in a safe environment such as a garage if possible and fit insurance-approved locks. This will make it less likely that the bike will be stolen and hence attract cheaper motorbike insurance quotes. Having a smaller engine and limiting your mileage is another option that could also bring down the cost of motorbike insurance for young riders. Consider whether there are any other extras that you might need, such as motorcycle breakdown cover, personal injury cover, or protective clothing and helmet insurance. Although it may seem more expensive now, in the long term it could really pay off. Thank you.